We're going to see. It'll be a game time decision. We'll see how he is. See how he goes through shoot-around this morning. The x-rays were negative. He's been getting treatment on it consistently and constantly, so we'll see how he is tonight.
Dwane, what does it mean for this franchise to be in the spot a win away from your first berth in the Eastern Conference Finals?
Well, again, it's been a season of growth. It's been 2 series of growth. We're not there yet. We got a big one tonight, but again, I think our program is growing. I think everyone got ahead of ourselves expecting it, but I thought our guys grew at the right rate. Each individual player grew as the season went on at the right rate, and we're where we're supposed to be right now.
What can you expect, or do you even know what to expect from the team?
Well, I know one thing: we'll play hard. I think we'll compete. It's been a great series with 2 evenly matched teams at a lot of positions. Injuries at the same positions, unfortunately, but it's been a very evenly matched series, and I think both teams will come out and compete tonight. I think the team that executes the game plan and kind of simplistic, compete the hardest will win the game.
It comes down to that in games like this because of all the things you mentioned.
Right. Well, we know each other so well. We know what they're going to do. They know what we're going to do, and in those situations, the adjustments we make sure we execute those, and I'm sure they'll make adjustments, and we'll have to adjust pretty quick once the game starts.
Coach, how much be able to embrace that next man?
He's been that way all year. Unfortunately, Jonas was hurt early in the season. I think he missed 22 or 23 games. I can't remember exactly. And Bismack stepped up. I think our team's been resilient the entire year, each guy understanding that, my opportunity may be next. It may be foul trouble, maybe, turned ankle, maybe whatever it is. I've got to be ready. And we've been preaching that from day one of training camp. Everybody understanding their roles, accepting their roles, and buying into their roles, and being ready in case something did happen. We've had, Norm Powell's been in that situation, Terrence Ross. Unfortunately, we've had quite a few injuries to our starters. And so the guys have really done a good job of buying into their roles and really accepting the motto, next man up.
Dwane, Joe Johnson, he goes to that really small lineup. Some of the problems it causes for you guys is figuring out who has to cover who. Was that something that you saw?
It's an issue, and the fact that we got to make sure we get matched up. Nothing we haven't seen before. We had the same issue in the Indiana series, and some things that are correctable and will be corrected. But again, as fast as they are, as good as Joe Johnson is with the basketball, Dwayne Wade, Dragic is with the basketball, they got multiple handlers, does cause a problem with you. But it's nothing we haven't seen before.
If you don't have Damari, where do those perimeter defense minutes go?
We'll find out. We'll make sure that we've got a lot of people that can step in and play those positions. So we'll find out tonight, Bruce. Yeah, well, always. We're much. That's kind of easy to see. We're much better when Kyle and DeMar are dynamic. So it's. But again, there's other things you can do to help you win a game, more so than scoring. So I'm sure the Heat will bring something different to try to take that out. But again, there's other things you can do to help your team win a game other than shooting the basketball.
Dwane, in this closeout games, is it more the other team's energy that's different from the match, or because your team's not as desperate?
Well, we should be desperate. I mean, we have our franchise has, as someone just said it, we haven't accomplished anything. We should be this team has won a championship. They've been there before. And so we're trying to get to where they are and achieve the level of excellence that they've achieved. And so we should be the hungry team. We should be the desperate team because we haven't, our organization, we haven't won a championship yet. So we're trying to get what they have and achieve that level. So we should be the desperate team. But so there's no reason we shouldn't come out desperate and hungry to start the game and to finish the game.
Coach, how do you set the tone for that? Is it something you see right away, maybe an early timeout to get them back in there?
Well, again, use different ways, changing personnel, who's on the floor, making sure you have desperate guys out there getting on the floor after the ball or getting after defensively. So, those are the things you see and try to correct pretty quickly.